It's the I Can't Mom Today podcast with Heather, the new mom, and Vera, the seasoned mom. I Can't Mom Today.
Hey, this is Vera and Heather again with another episode of I Can't Mom Today podcast.
What kind of accent is that, Heather?
It's just a little silly, goofy, because I'm just manic right now, so I'm kind of like, la, 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 la.
Yeah.
And so I just felt like to be a little silly.
Well, that's important, man. Like my mother always says, if you don't laugh, you cry. So sometimes it's just good to laugh.
Yes, it is. So just a little slapstick over here. Woo woo.
Yeah, woo woo.
So today we're going to talk about something that you had posted originally on our Facebook group about lies that you've told your child.
Yeah. Well, I can't remember exactly why it popped into my head, but you know,
because you lie to your child all the time, obviously.
Well, there is that. Shh, don't tell him. But it popped into my head because, like I said, I don't know why. I was just having memories of Luke when he was little. Maybe it was like him calling me and asking me for money of one of the many multitudinous times here recently or something. But I was reminiscing and I remembered sitting on the couch and it was really cute because he was probably about 3 years old and he was like peeling at the back of my head, like at my hair and everything. And I was like, what are you doing? I said, I'm looking for the eyes in the back of your head.
Nice.
I had always told him I had eyes in the back of my head. So because that's how I'd catch him doing stuff.
Yeah.
You know? So
I think it's more of like a sixth sense. I think it's real, but I think it's almost like a sixth sense. You're like, my kid's doing something.
Well, usually when it would get quiet, you know, like he'd be like, maybe I'm in the kitchen and there's just a counter but between me and him, but I could kind of tell there's no noise. Whenever it got quiet, you knew something was happening. Mm-hmm. So those may be the eyes in the back of your head. But I told him, even then, I said, yeah, they're there. They're just, they don't come out unless I need them.
Yes.
You won't find them while you're rummaging through the back of my head.
Yeah.
But then other people posted stuff. And a couple of people agreed, same thing, that their moms told them the same thing, or they tell their kids the same thing about having eyes in the back of their head. Do you tell Baker that?
Not yet, because he doesn't. I have eagle eyes on him all the time.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Where are you going? Why are you doing this?
Yeah. He's still a little too little. That's why I think that Luke was about 3 when he started to piece all of that together. Like, wait a minute here. That and the Kid Factory. My mother used to say when I would like upset her, she'd say, I'm going to send you back to the Kid Factory, or I'm going to put you on the corner with a sign that says Kid for Sale. I can't handle you anymore. So I used to do that with Luke too. And then one day he finally said to me, Mom, there really isn't a Kid Factory, is there?
You don't know that.
There could be.
Let's just not try it. Try to test that out. How about that?
Well, exactly. So then a couple other people posted, if you cross your eyes, they'll stay that way.
I was told that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I was told if you made a face too long, like not just crossing your eyes, but anything, stuck your tongue out or whatever, that you ran the risk of them staying that way.
But I think it was like if somebody hits you on the back, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, that would be the clincher. If someone hit you on the back while you're making that face, then that's it. You're screwed. Mm-hmm. So let's see. Oh, another one. Somebody else said, whenever her daughter and she have talks about things that teenagers are doing today, and she tells her daughter, "You better not be doing that." And then the daughter will be like, "Oh, hey, did you ever do anything like that?" And the mom's like, "No."
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that I would be honest.
I know that's tough, actually. Yeah, when you start getting your kid gets older and they're in the preteens and teenage years, and you're kind of like, am I honest? I'll kind of like sometimes find a way to kind of dance around it a little bit, maybe.
Yeah.
But maybe I'm not always.
That you went on and.
Yeah, the benders. So.
Yeah, that's a tough one because you want your kids to know that you are a human, but also you don't want them to be like, well, my mom, came out okay. Right?
Well, I think there have been a couple of times with Luke where I'll admit to it and I'll say, but looking back, I realized why it was a bad idea because this happened. Mm-hmm. Or maybe I got away with it, but my friend did the same thing and something happened to them. So I would try and think of there is a cause and effect here that, there are consequences to your actions.
Yeah.
So I do remember saying stuff like that to him. Now he's just like, whatever.
I know everything.
17. I know everything. You're dumb. No, he never calls me dumb.
He's almost 17. It's crazy.
I know. It's very strange.
Lord.
So then another thing I was thinking about too, remember the birthday monkeys?
Yep, I do.
So the birthday monkeys, for those who are listening, came about because once again, Luke was like 3 and his bedroom was right by, his quote unquote bathroom was basically the guest bathroom, and one year he was at his dad's, I think the night before his true actual birthday, which was like a Sunday. And so his dad brought him back, around lunchtime. And what I'd done, he loved monkeys. And what I'd done is I'd redone his whole bathroom in monkey stuff. And then I put his birthday presents in there too. So I said, you better go look in your bathroom. I think that, something happened. And so he goes in there and he's like, oh, there's monkey everything. I said, yeah, the birthday monkeys came.
Yeah, they did.
I just made that up on the fly because I thought it was cute and funny. The birthday monkeys. So then every year he expected the birthday monkeys to come. So the birthday monkeys always left him, even still to this day, just kind of as a half joke. I'll leave the birthday monkeys presents in the bathroom and I'll sign like a card, like love the birthday monkeys. I know, exactly. I think it's kind of cute. But the problem became where the kids at school, and this was, Elf on a Shelf is coming about. My poor Elf would forget to move a lot of times. And,
I don't want to do it.
Oh, don't start it. Whatever you do. So I can only imagine some parents too, like Luke would go to school and expect other kids to have birthday monkeys. So the other kids are like, oh, I don't have birthday monkeys. So then they'd have these big talks with their parents. Lord. Like, I expect to have birthday monkeys. So I can only imagine these other parents going, oh my God, do I have to do this too?
Horrible. We'll never bring him over there.
Exactly. No, Lucas says, Mom, how could you do this to us? So finally his dad, I was so pissed because Luke's dad decided one year to tell him the truth that there were no birthday monkeys without asking me first. And I was so mad.
No.
I was furious. And he's like, well, I had to tell him because he looked dumb. Because other kids don't have birthday monkeys. He looks stupid. I was like, oh my God. You could have at least warned me and we could have done it gently instead of you just being like, oh, by the way, you look dumb telling everybody there's birthday monkeys because there isn't such a thing.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Typical man.
No.
Sorry. I love men, but I was like, it was so insensitive. And then I was a little bit hurt too. Like, you killed the birthday monkeys.
Well.
So in case you've ever heard of the birthday monkeys, they're my fault. Just blame them all on me.
I want some birthday monkeys.
Right, man?
Send them my way.
That was one of my other little lies that I would tell that I stuck with for a few years there. But
yeah.
Let's see. Somebody else posted on the Facebook page, if you swallow a piece of gum, it'll take 7 years to digest.
I've been told that.
Yeah. Isn't that true though?
No.
No?
If your body doesn't digest in like 48 hours, it kicks it out.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Who knew? So you mean I should have been looking for gum in my poop all this time? Well, I just remembered another one that my parents used to tell me that if we swallowed, my mother had this terrible fear of choking. Mm-hmm. And every summer, whenever cherries would come into season, my dad would buy a big, huge thing of cherries and it would just sit on the kitchen table. You just pick at them all day long. And
no, I just go just sit down and finish the whole thing.
Well, you sweet monger. Yeah. So, my mother being scared that we were going to choke on the pits or the seeds or whatever, she said, don't ever swallow the cherry pits because you'll grow a cherry tree in your stomach.
Well, I heard that about watermelons.
Oh, really? Well, you'll grow a watermelon vine?
Watermelon, not a vine. Like
a watermelon?
Who's getting technical with this? This is a watermelon.
Well, see, my little brain went to cherry tree, and then I thought that if you got a cherry tree in your stomach, that's why you got diarrhea. So...
Because all the fiber?
I guess. I don't know. Somehow I thought, well, if you have a cherry tree in your stomach, that must give you diarrhea. So I was scared to death, A, that you'd grow the cherry tree in your stomach, and B, that you'd get diarrhea because of swallowing the cherry pit.
Vera. You're so silly.
I know. That, and I think my parents were full of lies, come to think of it. My dad used to say, I asked him once when we were I think I've told you this story before, we were on the way to, the doctor to get my rubella vaccination.
Yeah.
And I forgot, I must have been like 6 or 7, old enough to ask. And I said, what's rubella? And my dad said, oh, it's this disease where little green men crawl between your toes.
Oh, that's weird.
I was that's typical of my dad.
Yeah.
So I was horrified. Little green men between your toes. So needless to say, that was a good answer to give because I wasn't afraid to get my shot because I didn't want those little green men between my toes.
I mean, something that my parents used to say, because we would travel a lot. And it wasn't long distances. It was like an hour and a half, 2 hours, something like that, to the next state so we could go camping or whatever. And we did it most weekends. And they used to be like, go to sleep and it'll go faster. The trip will go faster. And it did. I mean, because I was asleep, I'd wake up and we're like, there. I'm like, hell yeah.
Yeah, we're there.
So I believe that. That was a good lie though. Now, like when I was younger, or I guess older than this, but still younger, still a minor, my mom would always be like, you can't even get out of the city without falling asleep. I'm like, I didn't train myself like this, lady.
It's your training. It's all your fault.
I know. Well, I wouldn't want to deal with, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? How much longer? How much longer? Are we there yet?
Exactly. Did your parents do the whole thing? Like I know some parents would do like where they'd leave at like 10 o'clock at night and then just drive all night long.
No. And I don't condone that. I think you should not do that.
Really?
Yeah. That's how my car was totaled.
Really?
Yeah. Cause we hit a raccoon in the middle of the damn night.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
And that little bastard came out and was like, hey guys, what's going on?
Oh, well, thank God you were okay.
Man, no, yeah, definitely. Thank God, because it was big. It was huge, and he would have made it across the street but he decided, nope, I've got to turn him back around, and that's when he got hit. But yeah, so we won't ever do that again. We won't ever travel at night because, yeah, it just isn't worth it.
Well, you would think and then too, if you guys get groggy and you're trying to drive and you're sleepy at night, that's no good either.
Mm-hmm. And some people like do it great. I'm just warning you, wildlife is out there.
Yeah, wildlife is out there. Watch out for the elk and all those other things. So roaming around out there.
So on parents.com, they compiled a list of 25 lies.
25. Wow, that's 25. A lot.
Yeah, but I mean, we tell our kids a lot of lies. I feel like I haven't started yet, but I mean, like we say, oh, we're potty training still.
That's
and
nice.
We have Daniel the tiger little figurine, and we tell Baker, oh, Daniel's got to go potty. Let's go potty and show him. You can show him how to go potty. So I guess it's kind of a lie, but whatever.
Yeah,
whatever. We don't know that Daniel tiger doesn't have to go potty.
Well, that's right, man.
One of them. And this is a good one. However, ice cream trucks really aren't that big of a thing anymore, but they were when, we were kids. But
yeah,
every now and again, an ice cream truck will ride through our neighborhood. But this person says, I tell my kids when the ice cream truck plays its song, it's out of ice cream.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Well, let's see here. I'm looking at this too. It says, I tell my kids who can't read yet, a sign in a store says, no arguing or no whining.
Nice.
Whining not allowed.
Nice.
So,
this one's really good. So we all have to deal with pets dying at some point, or not all.
Yes.
Majority of people, though, have like a fish or a rabbit or something silly.
Yeah.
And this one says, my 3-year-old's betta fish died. I took her to the pet section at Walmart, pointed to a similar fish and said, what's Troy doing here? Come on, Troy. We're going back. We're going to take you back home.
I love that. That's awesome.
Yeah. Cause most of the time I know with my friends, I think they're on like their 10th betta fish or something absurd. Because it dies. They only have a life expectancy of like 2 years though.
Oh, I know. Well, yeah, it's like, all those little creatures, unfortunately, don't last very long. Well, fish are delicate. When we had fish when I was little, it was like, oh my God, they were constantly dying. They would eat each other. They would and it was a big tank. Yeah, we just couldn't handle it.
Yeah. This one, a way to get your kid to to eat their vegetables is to tell them that if they don't eat their vegetables, they're not going to get big and strong, and you'll have to drive in a small little smart car because they're going to be too little for a regular car.
Oh my God. Oh, here's this one. This reminds me actually of my sister, which is kind of funny. This with my parents too. God, my parents lied a lot. Anyway, this one says, you're allergic to McDonald's or Oreos or fruit punch. They would just tell the little kid that they're allergic to whatever it is they didn't want the kid to have, including McDonald's. But that's what reminds me of my parents, because when my sister was little, she's 4.5 years older than I am, they would say, she'd say, can we have McDonald's? And my parents would say, we don't believe McDonald's. And so then one day they're driving by McDonald's and my sister pointed out the car window and said, look, there really is a McDonald's.
Oh no, stop.
I thought they meant, don't believe. Isn't that funny? We don't believe in it, meaning like we don't believe in Santa Claus or whatever.
This one's going to hit home with you, I think.
Yeah.
This lady told her daughter the tooth fairy was delayed by Hurricane Sandy after forgetting her dollar several nights in a row. And since then, the tooth fairy has also been subject to ice storms, heavy cloud cover, and heat stroke. Super flaky.
Yeah, we had a flaky tooth fairy too, just like our elf. Our elf was flaky. Yeah. Unfortunately, we had defective mystical creatures.
Oh my gosh. I remember when one of the teeth that Lucas lost. You're like, I had to go in there. I was freaking out.
Yeah. Well, and then I found out how much the going rate was for a tooth. It was like $5. I was like, holy crap.
But didn't you give him like a 20? Because like that's all you had in your wallet.
Yeah, I think one tooth I did give him a 20 because I was like, but that kind of ruined it for the rest of the teeth. I was like, the tooth fairy must have just felt like that was a particularly special tooth.
This is your signing bonus.
Yeah, exactly. Oops.
I do tell this to Baker. This one says, sorry, we can't watch whatever video because it's broken.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Oh, here. How about this? On the morning after Halloween, the candy fairy comes and eats all your leftover candy. Oh, that's so sad.
It probably, she works with the tooth fairy.
Yeah, probably. The candy fairy and the tooth fairy. Yeah, they're in cahoots. So the candy fairy, well, my girlfriend, our friend Carrie, her husband got caught one year, like crawling, because the girls knew he was going to steal their candy.
No.
So they would hide it under the bed. And one year they caught him, like, with his butt hanging out from underneath the bed, trying to get underneath the bed to get their candy. And they're like, Dad!
That's hilarious.
That is funny.
This lady told her 5-year-old she couldn't eat cake 30 minutes before bed or she might get nightmares. No, every time she eats cake, she asks what time it is.
Oh my God. That's awesome. Oh, here's an elf on the shelf one. I tell my kids that the elf on a shelf doesn't move unless your room is clean. That's smart. Although Luke would have been like, all right.
Yeah. Well, I think it's one of those things when your parent doesn't make it a big deal, you kind of don't make it a big, or the kid doesn't make it a big deal.
Yeah, I guess that's true. If you're not like, look, it's your elf. La, 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 la. Yeah, I was just like, hey, it's your elf. What do you want to name him? Oh, yeah. Chris. Okay, cool. And that was kind of it. So,
like when I was little, my parents didn't hype up Halloween too much.
Yeah. My parents didn't either.
Whatever.
Yeah. Like we would go trick-or-treating with friends and stuff, but that would be kind of the end of it, It was just like, let's go trick-or-treating, let's get a costume.
Yeah.
Move on.
Yeah.
Nothing too crazy.
I tell my son when he lies, a red dot appears on his forehead that only his parents can see. It goes away when he tells the truth.
That's awesome. Like
that's really smart, actually.
That's funny. Oh, here's one I never would have had a problem with Luke with. If you eat all of your pasta, your hair will grow longer. Luke always ate all of his pasta.
Yeah, he would have had like dreadlocks, like so.
I know, exactly. Tell him to eat less pasta.
I know. I'm gonna have to start instilling this in Baker. If you touch the Christmas tree, you'll take its magic, and Santa won't be able to find us.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, because you run the risk of them knocking the Christmas tree over.
Yes.
Although my cat usually beat everybody to that. Ooh, here's a funny one. Chuck E. Cheese is next door to a popular secondhand store for kids, according to this woman. My 2-year-old thinks the toy section in the back of the secondhand store is Chuck E. Cheese. I haven't corrected her yet.
Yeah, because I can't imagine. Like that does not interest me. A whole bunch of screaming children. Pass.
Oh yeah, no. Chuck E. Cheese is like, I only took Luke there unless it was for a birthday party, and I think I did give him a birthday party there one year. Did I? I think I did. So that's the only time. Otherwise, no way, man. Because that place is like, and you never know what they're going to find in those balls, and like, it's gross.
Yeah. Do you feel this way about kids. I think kids are cute, but I don't want to be around them all the time.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Like, I'm like, that's a really cute kid, but 60 kids, not so cute. Not cute at all. Like,
no.
I want to bubble. I want to get away.
Exactly. Well, my mother used to say, I like my kids, but not other people's.
Yeah. And I think that's true to a certain extent for most people, right?
Yeah. Well, of course, we like our own better than everybody else's.
Yeah, but I feel like we tolerate more too. Because if somebody's kids scream like Baker screams sometimes, I'd be like, oh my God.
Oh, I know.
Actually, most of the time when that happens, I go, oh my gosh, this poor parent.
Yeah, exactly. Now, once you have a kid, you're like,
so sorry.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. And then I'm like, oh my God, that kid.
Yeah.
When I sneak a snack and they ask what's in my mouth, I say green beans.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, because otherwise they'll want some of it.
Ooh.
Liver and onions.
At night, I tell my 3-year-old that the sun won't come back up if he doesn't go to sleep.
I love that. I don't know if that would have worked on Luke, though. It'd have been like, so?
I'm okay, party, bed, party.
Right, exactly. We'll just watch TV. We'll be fine. Yes. Turn the lights on. What do we need the sun for?
This one said, Callaloo went away forever. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, that's that cartoon character. Luke was never into him.
I think that could be insert annoying children's show.
Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I think.
Insert Barney being one of them.
Baker isn't into Barney, but Barney I think is kind of over. I think he's still on, but I don't think,
Yeah, Luke wasn't into Barney either, but again, he was even over back then, pretty much, I think.
Yeah.
You have to be like over 20, I think, to really be into the Barney.
Ooh, this one's a good one. What? And the last one. I have my 5-year-old, 7-year-old, and 8-year-old stepdaughter convinced the smoke detectors are actually Santa Cam. He's always watching in every room.
Ah, that's funny. The Santa Cam.
Yeah. Real, guys.
That's right, man. Just like the birthday monkeys.
Real. Yeah. Birthday monkeys. All right. If you have an idea about podcasts that you want us to cover, let us know. Email us at ican'tmomtodaypodcast@gmail.com or our social media.
Yes. I Can't Mom Today podcast on Instagram and I Can't Mom Today on Facebook. Right?
I was throwing you that ball, but you couldn't see it. You didn't see it. You did not see it.
Give me a second. It almost hit me on the head.
It's okay. It's okay. It's hard when it's a virtual ball.
This is true. I couldn't even hear it flying through the air.
Next time I'll just, and you'll know. All right. Until next time, have a great day.
Bye. Bye.